All right. Woo. Okay, so what I have planned for you guys here today is we got about a 25-minute workshop and then some Q&As afterwards where we can get into all the tactics, answer a bunch of questions, really get nitty-gritty with your businesses and give you some actionable advice that can help you out. I have a question for you guys. Would you build a ski shop on the beach in Australia?
I would not.
Maybe in Australia.
Maybe not in Australia.
No,
Great.
maybe in Australia.
Maybe in Australia.
Yeah.
On the beach, maybe? This might be a little ridiculous trying to sell skis to Australians. But I'm sharing this with you because selling skis on the beach is a lot like short form content. Because right now, you are missing out on the biggest gold rush that is happening in marketing right now. And it's not short form content. The most important thing that you will ever do for your business and for yourself personally is long form marketing, also known as high intent marketing. Because long form marketing will bring you customers for free that buy from you and bring you more customers for free every single month. It will also bring you opportunities for free. And they will get more opportunities every single month. And it will blow your mind at the opportunities that come your way. And these customers that you are going to be getting are going to come from Google, they're going to come from YouTube, and they're also going to come from ChatGPT. And as a matter of fact, long-form marketing is the single reason why I am here and on this stage right now today. One of the opportunities that came my way. And just to show you guys that I'm not completely bullshitting, this right here is my Calendly form where people can book consultation calls with me for my marketing services. And what you'll see right here, this is the UTM source. This means where the traffic is coming from, where this person who booked a call with me is coming from, chatgpt.com. And this person ended up buying a $5,000 package from me. And the best part about long-form marketing is that you can get all of this without posting 10 times a day on social media and without spending a single dollar on ads. Might sound a little crazy? Let me show you why. But of course, it sounds really good. There's always a but. And in this case, the catch is, it does take time and it does take a little bit of effort. And this is really what long-form marketing looks like. And I know a lot of us as entrepreneurs, we see the grind, right? And we all want this at the ending, the nice hockey stick growth, up and to the right. And I know that long-form marketing looks like this because this data here came from my YouTube channel. So I'll just show you. I actually have two lines here, which most of you can't see, but one is the content created. One piece of content every single week. And finally, the views just get exponential. Double but, just for you guys here today, I'm gonna show you the shortcuts. And I'm gonna show you how you can skip this part and go right to here. How's that sound?
Great.
Perfect. So for those of you who don't know me, this image didn't carry through. White on white is not a good marketing strategy. But after I finished my education at MIT, I worked for one of the world's biggest affiliate marketing companies where I mastered high intent marketing. I then founded Autogrowth as a marketing agency and the Autogrowth Academy where we train entrepreneurs and other digital marketers on our marketing strategies. But my first 7 businesses or attempt at business did not turn out very well. I tried honestly everything. I was selling radon home test kits at one point in time. I was a website designer, which failed. I also tried throwing beer pong tournaments for college students until I realized that broke college students are not a great paying customer. I was even reselling sports gear, and at one point in time, I actually controlled the entire used hockey gear market in Halifax, single-handedly. And I even built, this was my very first business, I built a classified ads website for used textbooks. And a small company called Amazon quickly squashed my dream like a bug. And honestly, I want to level with you guys for a little bit too, because we all know what this feels like. And quite frankly, I was like at the point in time where I'm like, should I quit? Should I just like stick with a 9 to 5? Is this the end for me? And my girlfriend, who's now my wife, thankfully, I was like, honestly, I felt really embarrassed because I'm like, here I am dropping money on Facebook ads and not getting a positive return from it. Here I am trying all these things, putting in my time, spending weekends, grinding away when my wife wants to be with me out doing things. And honestly, I really felt like a failure, and it's really heartbreaking when you're trying to impress a girl and hopefully get her to marry you. But I'm sharing this with you because what I realized is that if you're an entrepreneur who's struggling right now, if you can't figure out your marketing, I want to tell you that your idea is not the problem. Because I finally found success once I figured out long-form marketing. Long-form marketing, before I mastered it, I was trying to post on social media. I would watch Gary Vaynerchuk. I'd get so excited. And I would say, yes, I'm gonna go post every single day on all 5 social media platforms. And I would do it for 3 days, and then I would burn out, I'd get tired, and I wouldn't post for months. I would rely on ads that were seeming to get more expensive, and then sometimes I wouldn't even make money off of them. And oh my God, I don't know if you guys have felt like this, but I was trying friggin' everything. I was trying SEO, I was trying Facebook ads, I was trying Instagram ads, I was trying SEO. Do I need a funnel? What's my website doing? Oh my God, I was so friggin' stressed. I felt like I was playing marketing whack-a-mole. And I have no idea who this bloke is. He's a real guy, but I felt like this. I felt just overwhelmed, right? I'm trying all these things and I can't figure it out. After long-form marketing, here's what happened. I was able to stop playing marketing whack-a-mole. I was able to create just one ad, and that one ad would get me more leads, more traffic, and more customers every single month. I was also able to create just one video, not one video every hour for every single day, but one video a week. And that one video would get me more leads every single month. And as a matter of fact, what I'm going to show you here today is how I can take that one piece of video and automatically create 47 pieces of content that gets distributed and published for me. And maybe the biggest benefit of long-form marketing is that I could still do zero marketing for the next 6 months and still my business would get leads, get traffic, get customers. And I would get sales and repeat buyers, even if I did zero work for the next 6 months. Because the reality is you do not have an idea problem, you do not have a niche problem, you do not have a target persona problem, and you do not need to hire an expensive ad agency. I should know, I literally sell expensive ad agency services. I'm gonna show you how to avoid that because you're simply marketing the wrong way. Because that ski shop on the beach in Australia, if you picked it up and you put it at the base of Whistler, one of the biggest resorts in North America, guess what, my friends? You would sell a lot of skis to a lot of Australians. You simply need your long-form content in front of people who are in the market for your thing. But don't just take my word for it. Let me show you right now why long-form marketing is better. I did an experiment. I posted every day as much as I could on Instagram for 30 days. And this is what it looks like. 141 views, 800 views, 2,000 views, 3,000 views. Getting a little bit of traffic. Overall, I got about 9,000 views on my content. But oh my God, this is a lot of frickin' work. This is my long-form marketing views. And for those of you who can't see, I want you to focus on this line, which is the videos line. 27,000 views. As a matter of fact, it was actually over only 28 days. So about 3 times the amount of views. And this is the website breakdown, my traffic breakdown from the past 7 days. And you can see YouTube is again about 3 times more than Instagram. Can you guys guess how many videos do you think I published on YouTube to get that sort of traffic? 100?
1.
1? Maybe 1 a week? 4?
47.
47? 0. I published 0. And I know what you guys are thinking. Well, he must have been running ads. I spent $0 on ads over that same period. That, my friends, is the power of long-form marketing. So let's look at my long-form marketing experiment side by side. This was a lot of frickin' work. This was nothing. So this is the old broken way of marketing. This is what's happening right now still. You have big brands like Shimano. Shimano, huge company, right? $3 billion of sales in 2024. On YouTube, they have published about, where is it here? About 1,000 videos, tons of videos, but they only have 180,000 subscribers. This is Sid Fixes Bikes. She is not a big brand. She is a content creator. She has about the same amount of subscribers, and her revenue significantly less, under $1 million in revenue. Here's the crazy thing though, is that she has 90% less videos than Shimano, and Shimano pays her to be featured on her content. But this is the broken way, okay? Where we have the big brands, and then you have the content creators. And the big brands are great at making cool, innovative products that we all love and use. But they suck at creating content and they suck at marketing. So they have to pay the content creators, whether that's through an ad platform like Instagram, Meta, LinkedIn, YouTube. And the content creators are great at making content, but suck at building big brands. That changes today, because this is how long-form marketing works in 2 steps. Number 1, you, the founder, not your intern, not your summer student, you, the founder, are gonna put your beautiful face on video and you're gonna create long-form videos. Number 2, you're gonna sell your own frickin' products in your videos. It's that simple. This right here is a screenshot from Mark Rober. Some of you might know him. He's an engineer on YouTube, huge YouTuber, and he has his own products that he sells on his YouTube channels. But you do not need to be Mark Rober. You do not need millions of subscribers in order to build multi-million-dollar brands. And let me show you how. This is Lindsay Hampson. She runs an ESG consulting company. And she was creating videos. She had about 13 subscribers, about 85,000 in yearly sales. She created about 37 videos, but she did not have a long-form marketing strategy. After 18 months of implementing a long-form marketing strategy, Lindsay had about 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty good, but again, pretty small still. She had published about 60 more videos, 100 videos, but she was implementing a long-form marketing strategy. Can anybody guess how much her business grew in just 18 months? Remember, she was at 85,000 in yearly sales. What do you think she got to? Any number, $5? $1
million.
$10? $1 million?
There's only 5 X's on there.
Oh. Maybe a bit of a hint?
99999.
Was that a hint, or did I trick you? She almost 10x'd her business. $750,000 of sales. And I know this because Lindsay Hampson is one of my clients. And I know what you guys are thinking. Well, Mark, she must have gone viral. Or maybe you're thinking, well, she must have been spending on ads. She hired you, Mark. Aren't you guys running ads for her? Lindsay spent $0 on ads, and she never went viral. Her top performing video, I think, has like 3,000 views. But she did do long form marketing. Okay, maybe you're like, Mark, cool, I'm bought in. But what long form content do I create? Get out your notepads, because I have some things to share with you guys right now. Step 1, you are gonna go to Answer the Public. You can write this down. Answer the Public is free. You can also pay one time. It's not a subscription, and you can use it forever. And you are going to put in topics or things that you're interested in. So maybe I'm Dan Durston, and I sell sweet kick-ass tents. I'm gonna put tents into Answer the Public. And then I'm gonna save my favorite keywords. So I'm gonna do tents that pop up. I'm gonna do renting tents near me, tents for truck beds, tents for glamping. What tents do they use on Everest? But what I want you guys to pay attention to when you're doing this is this column right here. That is the monthly search volume on the internet for these. So you can see tents that pop up get 90,000 people searching for it online. So if you run a tent company, it would probably be friggin' good to get in front of that audience. Step 4 is you are going to create a thumbnail and a title. That's right, we're not doing any video yet. We are simply in the planning stages. This is the most important part. Do not create anything new, okay? I do not want to give you guys more work to do. What I want you to do is copy and improve. So what you do is you go to YouTube, you put in those keywords, and you see what shows up. And then you copy and improve. So I did this search, I put it in YouTube, and this was one of my favorite thumbnails that I pulled out. And if I was creating this video, I would simply copy and improve it. So blind choice. I want you to raise your hand. These are 2 YouTube thumbnails from the same search. Who likes thumbnail A better? Raise your hand. Nobody? What about B? Okay, pretty much everybody. A couple people, not too sure yet. Let's do one more. Hands up if you like thumbnail A better. Hands up if you like thumbnail B better. So this was unanimous. Every single person here liked thumbnail B better. Now I'm going to show you the difference in views between these 2 videos. Thumbnail A got 72,000 views. Thumbnail B, 156,000 views. More than double the amount of views. Why? Exactly. Real people. And this is why step 1 is you, the founder, puts your friggin' face on video. Real people's faces. This is Nielsen Norman data as well. Some of the best marketing data you will find. Increased conversions, click-through rates, everything by 38% on average. And then you are going to use your title to complement your thumbnail and create curiosity. So this is a good version. I'm using trekking pole versus the freestanding tent guy, Dan Becker. This is his thumbnail. This is a good title, trekking pole versus freestanding tents. Here's how we make it better. Don't make these 3 mistakes with your tent. Here's the best version. Which type of tent should you buy in 2025? You see how it complements the thumbnail and it sparks the curiosity. Here's another version, Jamie Outdoors. He's actually here today and teaching a workshop in the afternoon. This is a good title. Solo wild camping in an ultra lightweight tent, the Durston X Mid 1 Solid. But I think we can do a little bit better. So here's how we make it better. My favorite lightweight backcountry tent. Pretty good. Here's the best version. I survived 30 days outside in a $300 tent. Now that sparks your curiosity. How well do these tents hold up for 30 days outside? And he could even improve this thumbnail a little bit too, because you're not looking like that after 30 days outside, I'll tell you that much for free. Step 5 is we are going to publish and distribute your long form content. Remember how I told you guys I was going to share with you this shortcut here? Before I do, I have a warning. What I'm about to show you seems like a lot of work. But as I mentioned before, I'm not here to make you guys really busy and give you another full-time job, okay? So what I'm gonna show you how to use AI and automate all of this in less than 5 minutes. This long-form video, this is the foundation of our high-intent marketing. We are going to take that video, we're going to send it to 2 places. We're going to send it to AI with ChatGPT. We're going to send it to an app called Submagic. From ChatGPT, we are then going to be able to create newsletter blasts to our subscribers if you have an email list. That then send people back to that video. You're able to then create a search optimized web page. So this is how you get organic traffic from Google. I can give you all the SEO secrets too, but this makes it super, super easy on you. You can even then create a podcast out of it automatically. And really important is this right here, PR. You can create digital press releases from the transcripts from your videos. And the reason why you do this is because if you want leads from ChatGPT, from Google, and from YouTube, these platforms have to trust you. And how do they trust you? Yes, by learning about you and your expertise and what you know. That's why we're creating the videos. But also it's because of what other people say about you, which is why I want you to do these press releases with every single video. And it's pretty simple. With Submagic.
You're saying Submagic?
Submagic.
Subscriber.
Yes, yes. Submagic.co, I believe, is the full website. It will automatically take your long form video and cut it up into shorts for all of your social media platform. And the best part about AI is that you can use N8N, you can use make.com, you can use string.com, you could even use Zapier to automate all of this. Every single thing that I showed you here, every one of these steps can all be automated with AI. And you don't even need to be a tech expert. You can literally ask it when you go to it and say, I want you to take a new video that I publish, put it into AI, and then email it to my digital PR person for a press release. And that will happen automatically every single time. Questions in a second.
Okay.
So let's recap a little bit. Do not use AI here. These thumbnails that everybody here hated, used AI to generate them. Use AI here. Make all of this automated. Replace your interns, unfortunately, for them.
Wait, what's the thing beside TikTok?
That's YouTube Shorts.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, Mark, I'm doing it. I'm creating videos on YouTube, but I'm still stuck. I'm stuck with low views. I'm getting 80 views a video, 30, maybe 200. You have two options. My favorite option is wait. This takes time. What I talked about, building trust with you, not just from your audience, but these platforms need to build their trust with you, and that takes time. Because those searches that I showed you, if Larry starts making videos on Asana optimizations, why would they trust him if this is his first video, right? Who is Larry? What does he know about? This takes time, and the more you do it, the more traffic, the more views, the more leads you get. And option B is you can run ads. But my only caveat is if you do want to start running ads, you should have at least a budget of $2,000 per month per platform. And this needs to be a long form strategy for you, because I've talked to a lot of people here at this workshop and they said, yes, I tried this ad platform for 4 days and it didn't work. I'm like, yeah, you're selling $5,000 bikes. How do you expect someone to make a decision with 2 clicks? So you need enough data in order to feed into these platforms so their AIs can properly get you the right customers. And I have a stupid simple ad setup. And this ad setup has helped my client Alex Lavender get insane growth, 91% growth in clicks, 146% growth in impressions, and 900% growth in paid leads with the same ad budget. And Charles, it's helped him almost double his leads, growth by 50%. And Brooke Taylor as well. Now, my ads, I actually have built a full masterclass on YouTube for this, because this would be a full another workshop. So if you want my ads masterclass, you can scan this QR code here, or you can DM me the word ads on Instagram, and my automation will automatically send you the link.
Can you
I'll go back,
to-
yes.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a second here.
Thank you.
Oh, and I didn't tell you, but I am at Money with Mark on Instagram in case you don't scan the QR code. So here's our long form marketing plan step by step. Number one is we find a topic. We're not making this shit up out of thin air, right? Copy and improve. We then create the thumbnail and the title. We publish the video. We automate the distribution. And then if you have the budget for it, you can supercharge it with stupid simple ads. All you need is one video a week. And I have a very special gift for you guys just for showing up here today. I'm gonna show you how I actually plan, how I film, how I edit my entire studio setup for YouTube that walks you through exactly how I create super, stupid, simple, easy, low effort video creation. Goes through my video planning, filming, editing, and distribution. So all you have to do is DM me on Instagram the words core with a K, and I will send you my low effort video masterclass. And that is all that I have for you guys here today. So questions and answers. Yes, Michael at the back.
There a government business development grant for this kind of service, for like improving your online presence?
Yes, there is. Yeah, and we are a licensed provider with that program. I forget what the program is, but it's across Canada. They usually give you, I believe it's somewhere between like $2,000 and maybe $1,000 and $3,000 for small businesses to like digitalize and use digital marketing services. I forget what the program name is, but you're absolutely right, Michael. You guys should Google that or ask ChatGPT and find that program. And also, this is a good time to like get into tactics too for your guys' business specifically. And like, hands up, who here has e-commerce products? Okay, so a few of you. And of you guys, who is on Shopify? Okay, pretty much everybody. So right now, there's no direct integration with ChatGPT and Shopify, but if you go to Google and you search OpenAI product submission, you can connect your products from Shopify and put them into ChatGPT. So that way they can be shown and displayed as cards similar to the way Google does it. ChatGPT is taking a page out of Google's playbook. So you can do that right now. In the next either few weeks or a few months, Shopify is also releasing an app where you can literally just connect directly in Shopify to ChatGPT. So your products can start to get featured in ChatGPT as well. And if you're also haven't done this for the e-com people, Google Merchant Center, you need to submit your products there. You'll get free organic traffic from it, from Shop, and that's also how you can connect to your Google Ads account.
Can you explain a bit on the rules for YouTube to pay you as a content creator? It's like it has to be so long and you need to have so many subscribers and then they start paying you.
Yeah, so you need 1,000 subscribers and you need, I think it's either 10,000 or 100,000 watch hours. What I recommend though is don't rely on YouTube ads unless you're gonna go super YouTube influencer, high views, high content creation, because it's not a ton of money. So unless you're like taking that as like, this is my full career path, I'm gonna be a YouTuber, I wouldn't recommend relying on that, which is why it's so great to have so many entrepreneurs in here who have amazing products to create videos on the things you're interested in and actually feature and sell your own products, way more profitable. Like Lindsay Hampson, who I showed you guys here, she maybe makes like $100 a month off of YouTube ads, but her business, obviously she's making like $75,000, $70,000 a month from the business and products and services that she sells off of her channel. Yeah.
I got a question. If you do reach that amount, you can opt out of having ads on your video?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Dan Durston does that as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
What happens is people search for tents, they watch your video, they get an ad for tents right in the middle of your video. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And here's another crazy hack that you guys probably won't see anywhere else except for my YouTube channel, which is you can run YouTube ads on your own videos. Which, ideally, that's why I just prefer you to create content and sell your own products in your videos. But you can also run ads on top of your own channel. You can literally pick your videos, your channel, to run your ads on. And I do this too. And the best part about it is that the ads you earn from YouTube are split 50-50 with the content creator. So it's actually subsidizing your ads by like 50%. You get a kickback from your YouTube AdSense. So it's a really cheap way to run ads. Yes.
What are your thoughts on like pill and paste blogs, long form blogs?
Yeah. So long form blogs are great. I recommend to automate it because with AI, the uptake is really growing exponentially. And here's the reason why my two-step process is that you, the founder, put your face on video. If you want to get leads, traffic, sales from ChatGPT, Google, YouTube, you need to be able to create content that AI cannot create, right? Because like if I want to learn, hey, what's the best trekking pole versus freestanding tent? And I ask ChatGPT about it. I'm like, which one's best for me? They might give it to me. But if I'm doing that search on YouTube, I don't want an AI created videos. I actually was buying walkie-talkies for this like backcountry wedding, which was like so sick. And I went to YouTube and I searched like best long distance walkie-talkies. And there was like 1 or 2 AI videos on that YouTube search. And I started watching them. I'm like, it's just AI reading off the product description from the website. And then I found this guy, I think his name was like Devin, and him and his wife were like in a truck and they were like walkie-talking back and forth. And they're like, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? And I'm like, yes, that is the type of content I wanted. And then he's like, we tested all these walkie-talkies. These are the best for budget. These were the best for long range. These were the best for reliability. And that's that unique content that AI cannot replicate. Yes.
Sorry, I got another question. If you're looking at like resolution and quality, does that play into YouTube's views? Like, if you're shooting on your phone, is there a difference between shooting on a phone and then shooting on like a 4K Sony or something like that?
No,
No.
there isn't. And actually, I've done some tests with this.
Mm-hmm.
My content, when I just do handheld phone, performs way better than like my actual like expensive camera set up in a studio.
Yeah.
It's raw, it's real.
Yeah.
And again, that's obviously something that AI cannot replicate. That's your unique personality. So, and I would rather have you do it. One of our core values of the Auto Growth Academy is progress over perfection, because I would rather have you create 10 videos that are shit instead of creating one video but taking 10 months to do it, because you need all the right equipment. So get out there. I do recommend to actually have a mic. Just good audio is like kind of like the only thing that you want to make sure you have. But even if you have bad audio, in this low effort YouTube masterclass, in my editing video for this series, I actually show you how Premiere Pro will automatically enhance your audio with AI. And it's super friggin' useful. Yeah. Yes.
When
Brent.
creating like these top of the funnel videos, let's say you own a company where you sell frying pans. And
Hypothetically.
And so I want to make videos and I'm be like, this is the best frying pan out there. Do I want to make something that like solely promotes my product, or do I want to make something that is legitimately comparing to other products in the market and illustrating how my product is superior to others? I feel like if it's something that's like, my product's so great, people will kind of see it as an ad versus being like, this is actually like an informative piece of content.
Yeah. All of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can create different types of content.
Yeah.
Right? Reviews, great sort of content. So literally just like, hey, this is the pros and cons of my own pan. I make it. This is what I want to improve on it. That works really well. Comparisons works really well. I tested out 5 of the best backcountry pans. Here's what I like the best. And then also just like content that you're interested in too. If you go to YouTube and search for steel pan guy, that might give you some content too. Because what you'll realize too is that you can create content that is not exactly like what you do, right? And so you might literally go on a camping trip and you're like, I'm doing like 3-day backcountry rafting trip. Like, come follow me along. Here's my plan. And you're just like filming your experience, your life, something you're interested in. But during it, you're just like, I'm cooking on this pan. Oh my God, it's friggin' so durable. And you get that audience. And so the reason why I recommend content you're interested in is because you're targeting that person who might buy your stuff, right? So obviously you like doing like backcountry stuff, right? So film your backcountry stuff and talk about the friggin' amazing pan that you have or what you're cooking. Yeah. Yes.
Do you find using AI and like for auto generation, like captions and titles, are you noticing like the people who are your subscribers, are they like, do they care that you're using AI to generate this stuff? Like, as opposed to using your authentic voice and writing it like yourself? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because obviously you like, a lot of people are just doing it. They're auto generating like their blogs, their stuff, right? Like, are you noticing a difference where people are like reading the AI content and they're like absorbing it more than authentic content, like written by yourself?
So most people don't notice.
Okay.
Some people will notice like the M dashes when they're up. You're like, oh, that's clearly ChatGPT. And some people will notice and care. It's usually a very small percentage of it. But what I usually will do too is like, we will actually tweak things too. So yes, like for my YouTube videos, I have AI generate me a few different titles to go off of. But it's really the one piece that like AI can't recreate is that taste, the creativity. And so you as like an actual human can kind of start to like recognize how to create that good copy. And so usually we'll do a few tweaks on our titles when we're actually split testing them in YouTube. And same with some descriptions too. So again, like you call it like the 92-8 rule. Like use AI to like help you with like 92% of the work. And then you as the founder, the creator, put in that 8% finishing touches or the editing and the actual like tweaking to make it either authentic to your brand or something that like can actually be useful. Like one thing that we implement with a lot of clients is when you're running Google ads, like just standard search ads, you only pay per click, which means if we can dissuade people from clicking on our ad, we are going to get better customers. So for example, one of the custom bike manufacturers that came here, I was chatting with him and I said, Google Ads is gonna crush for you because put in your starting price and make it $1,000 above whatever your starting price is. Because that way you can run as many Google Ads as you want. But if someone says custom bike starting at $6,000 and their budget is $2,000, they're not even gonna click on your ad. So you're not wasting money on that. So that's that like psychology piece that really the founder, the creative, is going to come into play. So that's that 8% of the work.
So don't click on your own ads.
Yeah, don't click on your own ads. I mean, depends how much it'll cost you. If you are running Google Ads too, on that note, exclude your own brand as a keyword, because Google will just run ads over top of your own brand, and you don't need to pay for that. Yes, Larry?
Was the trigger for all the automations new video posted to YouTube?
For me, it's new video posted to YouTube in a certain playlist.
Okay.
Yeah, so I make it a playlist because we do have some shorts that get published that I don't need content. I don't need the full system to run when I publish a short. I just want it off of a long form video.
Right.
And some of my long form videos too, I don't want them to be necessarily distributed. So I just don't put them in that playlist.
Okay.
So that's my trigger.
Cool.
What were the other, sorry to interrupt everybody else. What were the other, you said Asana and the other apps that you use to manage the AI workflow?
Yeah, so the AI automation workflows, you guys can use N8N, N as in Nick. You can use make.com. You can use string.com, which will send you through to Pipedream, but same thing. You can also use Zapier as well, which is all getting really great. And all of these platforms that I just mentioned have an AI chatbot. So don't try building it out yourself. Literally go to the chatbot within these platforms and say, this is what I want to do. Be very clear, right? Again, you're replacing your interns with AI. So treat it like an intern, right? And say, this is the exact steps. This is exactly what I want you to do. Please make it for me. And then it'll walk you through connecting everything. Yes.
Are there any of these AI softwares or platforms that you're paying for that you think are worth paying for, or do you just use the free versions?
Yeah, so I pay for ChatGPT, I pay for lovable.dev, and I pay for string.com as well. Actually, I pay for Zapier too, but Zapier's got a lot of free stuff available. Yes, Michael?
I don't know anything Grok or ChatGPT.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. You might notice sometimes that depending on what platform you use, they might not have a connection with like Grok, but they do with OpenAI. Most of them connect with everything though. They all pretty much all have APIs as far as I'm concerned. I'm just familiar with ChatGPT and use it the most.
It's cool having a conversation with you on your DM right now. Your chatbot's talking back to me. It's quite a surreal experience.
That's one of those interns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have like 500 interns in the office back home, and they're just DMing you right now. Okay. Any other questions? Any other like tips, tricks, or hacks you guys want to discuss? And you can get super selfish, like tell me what your business is and everything. Yes.
Do you ever experiment? I know you talked about like A/B testing with the thumbnails and the titles and stuff. Do you ever do any A/B testing with like different flavors of content? Or I guess if you mentioned your playlist, like do you have different playlists and kind of see what type of content does better in your videos?
Yeah, so you're talking about like trying two completely different videos?
Yeah.
100%, right? And a lot of videos that I'll try, again, copy and improving, I'll be like, oh, this is a great YouTube video this guy filmed. I'm gonna do something similar to that. And I do it and it like flops. And then I like keep testing the titles and thumbnails. I'm like, like maybe it's the actual content that sucks. So I'll look at my content retention graph. If it drops off pretty significantly, I'm like, okay, clearly it's like either what I'm promising from the title doesn't match the video, or it's just the video itself sucks and I need to like cut it up, edit it out. Probably one of the most common things that we see with people and founders getting on videos is you just ramble too much because you love your stuff. So really, it's really about like cutting that shit out, making it stupid simple. For my process, I actually, within the video content, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek from this masterclass, is I really will either follow two patterns. I'll either do, hey, here's my easy 3-step process, or I'll do, hey, here's the before, here's the wrong way of doing it, here's the new way of doing it. Or it might be like a pros and cons list if I'm doing like a review video or a comparison video. So those are pretty much like, I guess, 3 types of content that I create. Yeah.
And then as far as, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you annoy yourself on YouTube?
Do I what?
I said, do you annoy yourself on YouTube, or do you get used to like just presenting or talking like?
Oh, you get used to it. The first video you create, you guys are gonna edit, you're gonna listen, you'll be like, oh my God, I sound fucking awful. Who would listen to me? I still think I like sound like awful. I'm like, I'm so annoying. Who would listen to me? But you just do it anyways. Progress over perfection. It's one of my core values. And yeah, you had something else?
Is there a video editing software that you recommend?
Yeah, I use Premiere Pro, so I do pay for that Adobe subscription, but it has some like really great AI features, which I show in this masterclass that really just speeds up editing a lot. Yeah, but lots of other platforms have stuff like that too. Yes.
You talked about the PR newsletter,
Yeah.
the press release stuff.
Yeah.
Where's that going?
So for me, I actually found a PR expert from Upwork, and I just have their email. And so we just have our agreement. They send me the invoice. So I actually have that automated where it's just, hey, YouTube video gets published. I use AI to write the press release, send it off to the actual person who then distributes it with their business.
But where are they distributing it to?
So
what's the ultimate? Where do customer eyes actually get on that?
yeah, so the biggest part about the PR is not necessarily being like, I got featured in Trench, because that can be like a lot harder of work sometimes depending on the publication. It's really about just starting to get your brand associated in more places online. Yeah, so essentially if we compare two businesses, one, you just post on YouTube and your website, and then the other business posts on YouTube and your website and get mentioned by like 15 different like kind of random ass publications online. Who do you think is like seems more authoritative in the eyes of Google, in the eyes of ChatGPT, right? It's the person who's been talked about more in other places.
And it's just driving traffic basically to your video.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. My entire like content system, I only want to send people back to that video. And the reason why boils down to like the number one thing in marketing, which is trust. And that's at the core of everything that we do. That's why I said, put you, the founder's face, on video. Because the number one reason people are gonna buy from you is because they trust you. Like who here for their next like tent or like trekking post, are you gonna buy from Dan Durston? Probably. We all know him, right? And we all like have seen his products here today, got featured. Like, obviously we know where we're gonna go. Any other questions? Yes.
Another question, like kind of in the funnel. When you're making content for customers that you have already, that are kind of like your repeat customers, or sort of like fostering that brand loyalty.
Yeah.
Any tactics or any other like different content form you would use in that as
Yeah.
you've already bought into your ecosystem?
Yeah, so I will have videos that I put out that are specifically just to sell something. Yeah, and I'll just say, hey, you know, this is the Auto Growth Academy. Here's the problem that it solves. Join the Auto Growth Academy. Same thing with yourself as well, right? You know, it might just be like, your video might just be like, stop, like throw out all your Teflon pans. This is the best friggin' pan you'll ever buy. And part of that video too, I will use for ads, like whether I split it up and use it in the meta ads, or whether I actually like use that as a YouTube ad, or I just use it on like a Google ad where someone lands on a web page and that video's there. So I do create content that's specifically to buy. I would say it's probably like 1% of the content